Hi everyone, so today is a little bit of a different video. We're going to go through 5 things that you probably don't know about us.
So it's going to be 5 things each. I'm going to start, and my number 5 is that I actually share a birthday with my younger sister. We were born on the same day, but just exactly 2 years apart.
I think that's a bit weird, but at least you won't ever forget your sister's birthday.
I almost did this year. She texted me about midday and was like, hey, happy birthday. And I was like, oh yeah, it's my birthday today. And I was like, oh yeah, it's your birthday today as well, because I'd just completely forgotten about both of it. So I've still managed.
To be fair, I always forget your birthday. She'll put it on Facebook and I'll be like, oh, it's your sister's birthday soon. That's cool. Yours must be coming up. Oh wait, it's on the same day. So my first random fact is I'm horrendously allergic to cats. Like, not a little bit allergic. Like, if someone came into the house and they've been exposed to cats with long hair, I'll start like sneezing, coughing, really struggling to breathe a little bit. And if I'm actually around long-haired cats, I think it's long-haired. I've not really got close enough to enough of them to find out. I start coming out in like, how would you describe it? Like my skin starts breaking.
Like hives and a rash.
No, it starts breaking open and weeping. It's like
yeah,
really
like
bad.
sores, like a really bad rash.
Yeah, like a sore.
That's a really bad rash.
Okay, I get really bad rashes and sores and everything gets itchy and it's so
gross.
It's pretty gross. So if anyone has a cat, I can never go to their house ever, or really be around their clothes.
Which is such a shame because you really find cats incredibly cute and you love
cats.
Pusheen.
I
You'd love a
love
little cat like Pusheen, but you cannot have one.
Maybe one day they'll invent something so you don't get allergic to cats anymore.
They've actually invented non-allergy cats. They are expensive.
I want a non-allergy cat. So we're gonna set up a what are they called? GoFundMe.
No, we're not setting up a GoFundMe
to get
you
me
a cat.
an allergy-free cat, and we're gonna call it Pusheen 2.
Okay, the next fact you might not know about me is that I speak passable German. I'm not going to say I speak German or that I speak good German. I speak roughly enough German to get around day to day in Germany. So that's why it's totally my backup plan. If everything goes wrong, I'm just leaving and moving to Germany.
Say something in German. Repeat that in German.
No, thank you. I don't actually like speaking German. I get very self-conscious about it, but I can understand a lot. So if I'm around German people, I wouldn't speak to them. But I can listen in a little bit.
Say a little bit. Say like a
No,
phrase.
thank you.
No, thank you's not German. You can't speak German. I tried to speak German, didn't I? And I didn't do a very good job.
You did not do a very good job.
I tried. Hallo? Wait. Yeah.
Hello.
Hallo. Guten Tag.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Strudel. Strudel German?
Yeah.
So my next random fact is I used to live literally just around the corner from the Osbournes, and me and my dad used to play Knock Down Ginger on their gate. And I'll tell you one thing, they don't answer.
You're going to have to explain 2 of those things. One, who the Osbournes are, because I'm sure that there will be plenty of people out there who don't know who the Osbournes are, as in Ozzy Osbourne, the famous actual Osbournes, and Knock Down Ginger. That's not what it's called. It's Knock Knock Run. Everyone knows this. Or Ding Dong Ditch, if you're American.
Is it not called Knock Down Ginger?
It might be around your way, but like this is one of the things, regional slang. You knock on the door and you run away before they answer.
So Ozzy Osbourne and his family, Sharon and Kelly, they still have a house around the corner from where I used to live. I don't live there anymore, obviously, live here. But it's the place that they show in the X Factor pretty much all the time. It's where he had his accident on his moped. So that's kind of the bit around the corner. And it had a gate with a little screen. And me and my dad thought it would be hilarious to go there, knock on the door, and press the buzzer for the security, and then run away, and then be like, they have a security door, like they have security there.
Yeah, you wouldn't even have inconvenienced anyone from that actual family. It's just some bored security guard going, ignore them. It's not that child and her father just going, But we did, whenever the X Factor was on, all the contestants just used to be wandering around the village and I'd be like, hey, you're on the X Factor. And then when they stopped wandering around the village, you knew they'd been eliminated. Okay, so the next fact about me is actually about something that I collect, and you might have seen this one in the vlog, but probably not. But I actually collect playing cards, which sounds ridiculous to a lot of people because they go, playing cards? They're basically all the same. Well, they're not. There are loads. Pick up.
Oh my god.
I'm not going to go through it. I'm just going to try and hold it up. All of these boxes are just full of playing cards, and I have like 3 that are the same. That's about it. They're all completely different, and I don't really know why. I don't play a lot of card games. Ugh, that's too heavy. ugh, that's really too heavy. But I just like having them, so I collect playing cards.
You've got some pretty cool ones that I really like. You have the Haunted Mansion cards from Disney.
Mm-hmm.
And also we got some cards signed by Penn and Teller, the magicians, when we were in Vegas, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah, they're definitely one of my favourite decks, and they're one of my favourite magicians, so it was really cool to be able to get them to sign that. So these are the ones I got signed. It's a deck called Tendril by a really cool designer who makes loads of decks that I like. And these are the 2 cards I got signed, and I'm really pleased with that. One day, what I can do is I can re-meet Penn and Teller, and I can produce a signed card from anywhere because I've got it pre-signed. So I can
And you could be like,
is this your card? But it's signed by you! So, yeah, I just really like collecting them, and that's what I collect. Sarah has Tsum Tsums, I have playing cards.
My next random fact about myself is I'm in an episode of ChuckleVision. Now, I'm going to probably have to explain to ChuckleVision to pretty much everyone that isn't me. ChuckleVision is a TV show that was, I think it started in the 80s, but I was in it in the 90s, because that's when I was a child. And it's basically about these 2 brothers called Paul and... Paul and Barry, and they just go on little adventures, and their catchphrase is like, to me, to you, which is...
It's terrible, terrible British TV from the 90s.
I'm in an episode. I have to go, watch out! Because they crashed. They were basically filming in the village where I grew up, in the little like precinct bit, and they were letting people walk past the background, and I just stood and watched for ages, and the guy was like, do you want to be in it? And I was like, yes, please! And he was like, we just need you to say, look out. And I really over-dramatized it and was like, look out! When he was literally just gonna hit like a bin or something. But that's my claim to fame. I was in ChuckleVision. I am an actor in TV.
That's true. That's actually true.
I'm a TV and I have a speaking role in a TV show, which don't you have to be part of like an acting guild in America?
I think
to do
that's
stuff
America,
like that?
yeah.
Yeah, so I could be in the acting guild because I've done that now.
My next fact is something that you might have actually also been able to pick up from our recent vlogs. I really like pop music. And my favourite artist of all time is probably Taylor Swift.
And you really like girl bands.
I really do. I really enjoyed seeing Cher Lloyd live, which was fantastic, as well as Little Mix. I saw them both at the Isle of Wight Festival, and none of the people I was with really wanted to go, so I kind of just went by myself.
You like Fifth Harmony and GRL as well, don't you?
Yes.
What's your favourite ever pop song?
Avril Lavigne, Skater Boy.
Oh God.
Shut up. It's just surprising to most people. A lot of people, when they meet me, I'm quite serious in like my day-to-day life, would not expect that. They kind of go like, oh, you'd probably like rock or metal or something like that. And it's like, no, just straight up pop music. Thank you.
So the next fact about myself is that I only discovered I had an older brother when I was 13. That's a weird fact, isn't it? Yeah, I have an older brother who lives in Germany, who I discovered when I was 13 years old. Obviously my dad knew about him, but I didn't. So I got to meet him, and he lives in Germany, which is really random. So I have 2 little brothers and an older brother, and they're all half brothers. But I kind of got to live the good life of being like an only child for like a really long time, and then when I was 11 I got a little brother, and then I also discovered I had an older brother, so I got like the best of all the worlds, really.
Alright, now my final fact is, it's gonna sound misleading, but it's totally true, is that I have sung on stage at Glastonbury.
You have sung on stage at Glastonbury.
And no one can ever take that away from me. I do have to fill in the context though. It was the final night of Glastonbury, and I was working with a silent disco company. I was taking some photos, handing out headphones, working with them. It was really cool. And the performing DJs on our stage on the final night didn't mind that I was just going to hang out on stage. So I got to hang out on stage at Glastonbury and be part of the final thing playing at Glastonbury 2016. And I got to sing on stage, not mic'd or anything. I was just kind of stood there singing, and it was a silent disco, so it doesn't really count. But no one can take that away from me, and that's a totally true fact that is 100% true as long as you don't look at the details.
So my final random fact about me that you probably don't know is I was actually born almost completely cross-eyed, like to the point where I couldn't really see. I'm going to throw up a picture of baby me because I actually think this is one of my favourite pictures of me as a child, even though I look ridiculous.
You do look ridiculous.
Do you know the one I'm going to pull up?
I know exactly which one you're going to put up.
So I had to have quite a few eye operations to fix this. And I'll give you one thing, eye operations are pretty intense. And I've only found out recently literally when I say recently, in the last year, what actually happened? Because my cousin asked me about it and we looked it up. They took my eyeballs out.
Yes.
They take your eyeballs out and they tighten the tendons behind them, and then they put your eyeball back in your eye.
Yeah. It's pretty extreme.
I've been alive and my eyeballs haven't been in my eyes.
Yeah.
How freaky is that? And I actually still have a lazy eye from that, but because it's now considered cosmetic because it doesn't affect my vision, I'd have to pay to get it fixed. But to get that fixed, they'd have to take out my eye again, tighten the tendons, and then pop it back in. What if I woke up whilst having, I mean, most of them, I think I had my last operation when I was in year 4, so I was quite young. What happens if I woke up in the operating theatre and could see my face from my eye, not attached to my face?
They don't pull it out that far. I think like what you're imagining is that they just kind of detach and then they kind of put them over there or so. It's going to be just closer to your face. Like you'd have like a very I don't know if you could see.
I'll tell you what I'm imagining. You know those glasses you put on and you go woo and your eyes spring out.
Not that bad, I don't think.
So yeah, so I still have a lazy eye from that, but after hearing what actually happened, I'm totally fine with my lazy eye. I can't see it, so it doesn't bother me. Although it just does it like I'm not listening to people sometimes, which I'm probably not, so that's a good excuse. I could generally not be listening to you, and then I could be like, that's my lazy eye, and then you could be
no,
like...
because you weren't listening either, so it's not like you'd get away with it, because they'd be like, oh, okay, cool, so that thing I was saying, and you'd be like...
I was looking over there,
no,
I wasn't paying attention, sorry, but actually I was
not
paying attention.
So it doesn't, you can't spin it as a good thing. Doesn't even help with that.
It's not a use anymore. But yeah, that's kind of my last random fact. I can see straight now. But yeah, kind of gross.
Yeah, it's a pretty intense one to get that fixed.
Yeah, a couple of eye operations. Also, I'd like to point out that when you have eye operations, your whole white of your pupil goes a dark red for like a few weeks and you look like Darth Maul. And also, this is another fun story. I always go off on things. I went to loads of theme parks because I had to have like 3 weeks off school. And
that doesn't seem safe.
Oh, it gets better. Because you know my dad. So you have to protect your eyes because obviously they're really sensitive. So you know when you see people using power tools, they have those plastic masks on? Well, he just made the strap smaller for my face. So I went to Chessington and Thorpe Park and went all the rides with like plastic, like DIY goggles. And I remember someone on the ride being like, what is she wearing? And I was like, it's fine, I just can't see. And I had to have eye drops all the time, but I didn't like them. So I was like, yeah, just put them on my eye when they close and I'll open my eye and it'll go in.
That
doesn't happen. I learned that the hard way when my eyes were look gross. So yeah, that's my final fact.
So hopefully you've learned something new about us and don't think that we're too weird, because some of those were pretty weird.
I mean, some of yours were pretty weird. Mine were just fun, interesting facts.
So thank you for watching and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Hi everyone, thank you for watching this video. Really hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment below if you've got something to say about the things that we said. And why not check out one of our other videos that should be on screen somewhere right now. Thank you for watching. Ah!